So there are four types of different, no, three types of coldness that we're going to be addressing. The first type of coldness that you see in a guy is that he likes you, but he cannot express that he likes you. That type of coldness is acceptable. That type of coldness, I do not mind, to be honest with you, because it just says that he's somebody that doesn't know how to communicate his emotions, or he's an avoiding an attachment. It's an example of that could be Dr. House from the show House, where he actually cares, but he doesn't know how to communicate that he cares. So you'll notice that his words, he'll never say he loves you, or he'll be a little sarcastic here and there, but his actions, he's actually thoughtful. He actually tries. He's consistent with you. That type of coldness is acceptable because that's just a part of his personality. So the next type of coldness is that he likes you, but is acting like he does. And you tend to see that as inconsistency. Actually, there's four types. Sorry. And okay. So with that, you would just see a guy who's inconsistent with you, a guy who cancels on you from time to time, a guy who takes days or more than 10 hours to respond to you with a valid excuse all the time. That type of stuff is unacceptable. And the way you deal with that type of inconsistency is for you to become more inconsistent. Like I always say, you don't deal with coldness with warmth. We're not about that life. You deal with coldness with coldness. Because if he likes you and he's cold and he actually likes you, he's gonna sense that he's gonna try to use the last tool in his weapon, which he doesn't want to use, which is to tell you how he feels. For example, imagine a kid who doesn't express his love to his parents because he feels awkward. And then, God forbid, his parents are actually dying, right? And then they die, or they're on their way to die. That kid who's been cold his whole life with them will all of a sudden feel a deep sense of desire to express his emotions. And the reason why is because they feel like they're losing the person that they love. That is the only time you'll see this kid get emotional. It's the same thing with people who are cold. The only time that they'll actually show you how much they actually like you is through you actually pulling away and being cold with them. What you'll notice is that they'll all of a sudden start warming up to you because they sense that you're pulling away from them. All right. So that's the first one. So after that, so remember, I just want you guys to understand this. You do not deal with coldness with warmth. All right. We don't do that. It is not to be mean or manipulative. But because if you start chasing somebody who's cold with warmth, they're just going to make you chase even harder, right? So this type of person that's being inconsistent and you start acting cold, you're going to get two responses from them. They're going to start, they either may start warming up to you, right? And you might think that he's warming up to you because he likes you. A lot of the times they're only warming up because they sense your coldness and they want to get the validation. As soon as they get the validation, which is to say, as soon as you start going from cold because he was acting cold, and then you're like, oh wow, it's working. Let me start being warmth and normal with him. He'll start pulling away because he feels that now the things are back to how they were before. If you get that from him, you have to realize this is the whole pattern of the relationship, and it's better off to find somebody else. Or he might say, okay, thank God this girl is getting the hint, and he'll pull away forever. So the next one is that you are chasing a guy that isn't giving you any signs that he likes you. So how do you deal with this type of guy? A guy whom he's not even giving you any signs that he likes you. How do you deal with that? Well, first of all, you being hard headed. All right, you being cabeza dura. You're not reading the room. All right. Never chase a guy who hasn't shown you anything. And the reason why you have a hard time seeing that he doesn't like you is because you're sending too many signals and you're not leaning back and letting things happen. As a woman, all you have to do is just be there, like a statue. You just be there and don't say nothing. Not don't say nothing, but do a lot less than he does, and he'll reveal to you how if he likes you. The problem is that when you like somebody a lot, what happens is that, for example, when you hate somebody, when you hate their guts, all you see is negative signs. Like all you see is just signs of them being assholes, when you don't like them. But then when you start liking this person, all of a sudden you start seeing positive, almost everything about them is positive. Why? Because when you like somebody, you have a positive bias. When you don't like somebody, you have a negative bias. But what happens is that this causes you to almost not see reality, because if the person doesn't like you, this is what happens when people have a high need to please. They like the person so much that they misinterpret their hostility with maybe I should try harder, or they misinterpret, at the worst part, their hostility with positive reaction, which happens to a lot of people, especially a lot of nice people or even people who are in the spectrum. So what you have to do is mitigate against that by not doing nothing. As a woman, don't do nothing. If he likes you, he's going to reveal it. If you're not seeing signs that he likes you, chasing him is not going to make it come out. You have to do nothing, or even do less, because then that if he likes you, he's going to notice you more. That it's just how that works. And I know it feels uncomfortable, but that's just how people work. All right. So that's one thing, right? Is that when you don't do nothing, it's almost like when you're just keep going, when he's not giving you any signs that he likes you, and you're just like chasing, you can't see it because there's a huge cloud of smoke of bias. And that cloud of smoke of bias is because you like them. It's the halo effect. When you like somebody, you'll think everything about them is positive, even the negative. But it's good in real life, but it's not good when it comes to relationships, because you need to be able to see the negative signs. So when you lean back and don't do nothing, you allow the smoke to settle. And what you'll notice is that all of a sudden, by doing nothing, the picture might becomes clearer. And what does it mean that the picture becomes clearer? You start seeing that he doesn't like you. And a lot of you ladies will see it, and you want to turn back and not see it and start doing more and pushing him away even more, because you think that at least he's paying attention to me. It's like a kid who acts out. At least I'm getting attention. Just do nothing. Relax and breathe and become present in the moment. Observe your breath. Notice the sensation in your body. Focus on the physical sensation and relax, because what you're really looking for is for comfort. All right? So just relax, man. So the fourth one is you're dealing with a psychopath or a narcissist. This type of person, psychopaths and narcissists, are cold. The difference is that narcissists know how to fake warmth. With narcissists, there's a bunch of videos how to spot a narcissist. But with psychopath, those people just don't show emotion. They don't know how to show emotions. They don't know how to show warmth. And I recommend you just don't go out with people like that, unfortunately, because they tend to, do some shit. But I'm not too much aware about psychopaths. I haven't studied too much on it, so I'm not gonna act like I know too much. But yeah, this is how you deal with coldness, and these are the types of coldness that you'll get from a guy. The whole point of this video is just don't deal with coldness. Just don't deal with coldness. If he wants to be cold, find somebody else. Find somebody who would treat you nicer. Right? And if you're noticing that you want to chase because he's being cold, realize you don't really like him. You don't really like him. He's just activating a projection. Maybe he reminds you of your dad. Maybe he reminds you of an authority figure who didn't like you, and then you all of a sudden transfer those emotions from them because they're unresolved. You didn't get to resolve them, and you'll say, okay, this is my opportunity to resolve this one, and you'll transfer it, and all of those emotions and biases you have for them will go towards him. And that's how people end up playing themselves.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys ever want to learn how to use your feminine energy to influence people, learn how to use your masculine energy to become more assertive, and also learn how to blend both energies to improve your dating life, your spiritual life, honestly, your relationship life, your family life, your career life, this is the course for you. If I had to make a course for my nieces, I have two nieces, one is 19 and one is 15. 16. Holy shit. Oh my God, he's a bad fucking uncle. He's a bad uncle. Get out. Shut up, Melissa. You should get this course, right? And this is the course that I will make for them. So, for example, watch the curriculum, right? In the first week, we're going to be showing you how to establish a strong masculine foundation without letting it hurt your feminine energy. This masculine foundation is a source of who you are, right? It's your bodyguard. Without this, whatever feminine energy you create will be destroyed by the outside, because your masculine is your shield. So we'll talk about goal setting. We'll talk about how to develop a serious attitude. We're gonna be talking about how to use more logic, how to use more goal-oriented behavior. It's more how to be a man. Now the next one is how to embrace the feminine energy, right? This one would teach you about how to minimize excessive masculine traits, developing self-awareness, healing abundant feminine energy, regulating your emotion, mastering voice qualities and facial expressions, surrendering control, and allowing pain to be felt. This is honestly, this will supercharge, like Kaioken, your masculine energy. After that, we have femininity in the workplace, and how to be feminine in the workplace without letting people take advantage of you, and the nuances of how women of power should behave versus women who are subordinates in the workplace, and even the dress code. This is based on psychology, people. It's kind of insane. I'm actually excited about this one. The next week, we talk about navigating the labyrinth of male and female friendship, and this a lot of women find confusing, so we talk about that. And how to identify envious friends, how to identify the good friends, how to keep male friends, and how to keep female friends. Week 5, we talk about how to release the burden of the past and stop and destroy mental projections. This is actually really powerful. And then week 6, we talk about how to increase your observational power so that you can read people better. And we have a bunch of bonuses. The course starts at $99, and you guys can pre-order the course today at $69 before it goes out. If you're watching this, most likely I'm in the meditation retreat, so most likely I will be praying for all of you guys. And just click on the description down below of the video. Right there, you'll see it, and you can pre-order that course. It's gonna be out by the end of next month or the beginning of February of March. One of the two, people, because I have a 10-day retreat to do, and I want to finish the course after the retreat, because I think the ideas are gonna be so much better. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Pre-order, man. I'm closing the channel.